philosophy, words matter, writers matter, women writers matter, and they've been far too often forgotten in history. So I love this movie to talk about because we're going to talk about a very important female writer in Hollywood. And yes, this is coming out of practice for a chapter that I'm creating on this book, on this movie, and how it really relies on the female input to make it work in each of the iterations. And we will see all of those women in all of those iterations. And as Jacob mentioned, we'll notice the last movie is the only one without a female creative in the writing team, which is interesting. Anyway, Toll begins with Adela Rogers St. John's. She was a journalist out of San Francisco. She moved to Hollywood and she began to write short stories and sometimes scripts. She wrote mostly prose stories that were transformed into films, one of which is a thing called What Price Hollywood. And it starred Constance Bennett, who was a very, very high-end female performer at the time. And it's a really interesting piece, but it is not the first Star is Born. There are parts of it that are similar, and we will see the parts that change. She's quite a fascinating person. If you ever want to read about her, she wrote a couple of memoirs, and she used to appear on television shows. You can find her interviews on YouTube. She's quite cool. She lived for a long time, and she was the mother confessor to the stars of Hollywood because she wrote for the Hearst Syndicate. And so people in scandals would call her and say, you've got to come to my house and tell me how to deal with the press because they're going to kill me because someone just died in my house, right? So she's a pretty cool lady.